Hello, I'm a local hippie, and today we are going to talk about Pestilence. So, I'm going to be reviewing Laura Thalassa's Pestilence today. I just finished it last night. Yeah, last night. And this is a part of a what are four-part books called? Series called. I'm gonna put the word on the screen. But it's a four-part series, and the first one is Pestilence. According to the author, you don't necessarily have to read them in order to get the overall theme of this series. But I believe she did suggest that you do read them in order, even though it's not a must, because it's pretty straightforward. These books are about the end of the world. Um, and about the four horsemen that bring that about, or that are the start of the end of the world, essentially. This idea um, came from the book of Revelation, specifically Revelation chapter 6, where um, the four horsemen of the apocalypse come on the scene, and they're bringing pestilence, they're bringing war, they're bringing famine, and they're bringing death. And one of the things about this book that is wrong, and a lot of people kind of get the wrong idea, is that this is God's doing. The four horsemen of the apocalypse are God's doing, and that's just not the case. The evidence, when you read the Bible, kind of points to them being set up and set in motion by Satan and not God, because God's wrath is entirely different. But and that's something that is misconstrued in this book, but it's fiction anyway, and so. But the book itself was pretty good. I liked it a lot. At first, because I really, really liked Pestilence, but I kind of didn't like Sarah. Um, but basically, what this is Pestilence is the first horseman of the apocalypse. Pestilence basically means plague, sickness, disease, and that's exactly what he brings. That's his purpose, is to spread plague, disease, only happening in North America. Yeah, yeah. It's happening in Canada, and then it goes and it comes down into America. And these are the only two places he doesn't travel down to South America, I guess, because before he let me not get into that. Basically, the gist of the story is that Pestilence is riding through North America, um spreading pestilence. um and when he comes across Sarah, she tries to kill him. She fails horribly because he can't die. He's immortal. And because of this, he takes her captive. And basically, we're just following them as they spread pestilence, as he spreads pestilence. She's just his prisoner for most of the time. And whenever she gets hurt, or whenever she grows tired, they stop at some random person's house, and they, of course, spread the plague. If there are people there, those people die in a matter of days, because that's the nature of the pestilence. And they basically fall in love. So with that being the case, that's literally all this book is, and it being 407 pages exactly. My issue with romances, for the most part, being over 250, 300 pages, is that things can be redundant. I don't know how many times Pestilence was killed, or a better term, a more efficient term would be maimed. How many times this dude was maimed uh within an inch of his immortal life. Like, or how many times Sarah got hurt because she was riding along with Pestilence. And it was just like it got to be repetitive, and them having the same fight over and over and over again, fighting over the fact that he is Pestilence and she fell in love with him. even though she didn't really want to admit it. And so for that, I think I would probably. And then I think I grew tired of Laura Thalas's writing style because it just seemed so like cringy at moments. Just it was a little cringy at moments. So with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and rate it 3.5 stars because, like I said, the plot could be summed up in a few words in a very small sentence, and this book just went on, and it didn't need to. Especially with the conclusion we got, it felt like, and it's like, how do you write a 400-page romance and then it feels like it's rushed when you end it? That was crazy to me. Um, I was like, when it ended, I was like, that's it? Like, huh? I was a little confused, honestly. Um, I was a little bit confused. I was like, what? Why? This literally could have been 300 pages. It could have been 100 pages shorter. So for that, I'll give it 3.5 stars. Um, yeah, not a whole lot to say about that one. And then I'm also gonna go finish the series. The next one up is going to be War, so I'm gonna get into this pretty soon. And this one is even thicker than Pestilence, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna get into with this one? But yeah, um, that's gonna bring us to the end of the video. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you on a date. Bye.